Hello everyone, welcome to another character theory. So here we're actually gonna be making more. I've decided to, stick to the name instead of just like it feels a bit clickbaity for the character theories to be, you know, just like a character showcase rather than a character theory. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna theorize on what the characters will be. Okay. So first we got J-Lad. So J-Lad's one of the most intriguing and one of the more old characters. Because I haven't made this guy in a long, this guy has an origin story and whatnot. He has a lot of stuff. So first of all, this is how you know that this came from a younger version of myself. Cause went back when Wilbur said a popular sort of YouTuber that makes some interesting content about all sorts of topics, and I thought, why not add his canonical version, like the Dream SMP sort of thing, add that, but add Loki with that. So we have this man longing for purpose, and then this man who's made mistakes so he's made mistakes before. So if we're just adding the two together. But that's like a metaphor, right? It's not outright said. He is smart, he is a manipulator. And again, another sign that I made this guy a long time ago. Never curses. So this was when my characters, I wasn't touching onto that much of a dark topic like death or anything. Well, death isn't really that dark, but I meant blood, guts, gore, things like that. I haven't really touched into that, especially with cursing and whatnot. I haven't really touched onto that in any of my writing that far into it, because I was it was kind of for fun. There wasn't really any real story potential there until I advanced it to its origin story. So first of all, J-Lad was once a kid, had a dad and mother, but of course there has to be a climax, a sort of selling point. There has to be a dramatic height within the story. There needs to be this point where, there's one of these points that really starts the momentum of the story, and that is the deaths of J-Lad's parents. And then we dive into the next big point, which is a year's time. So that year could be, I could already see myself dragging out his story for 3 books. But I feel like it would be more interesting if I didn't start it there, because you'll figure out what I'm talking about sooner or later. Anyways, we have him wanting death upon himself. He wants to be unalived. With his insanity that drove him, right? So we had this development of insanity with nobody to support him. Like, we get to go into depth upon what happened. Like, how does someone deal with such it's not universal. Well, it is universal, but it's this universal feeling of loss and tragedy that we all will eventually feel, or be the one who's going to make someone feel that way, right? So, but it's to a dramatic degree where you have to see the impact in the, like, how much children really rely on their parents and just taking them away, and how someone could even fathom dealing with that or handling themselves when they weren't even taught to do that. Nine years later, he was brought back from the dead by a mysterious magical being who was turned into this ghost. So, I feel like that's where we should start, right? He has a past that we can go into for like prior, like, you can do prequels or sequels. Like, we could do both of them, right? I can see maybe we can also go into what it feels like for him to be dead as a ghost or whatever. When J-Lad was 9 years old, so that 9 years has always been like sort of consistent, right? 9 years old is like the start of where his sort of mastery over archery and sword fighting, he became a vigilante called Bo, but he stopped doing it after 2 years. So that's 2 years of his corrupted justice system that he goes about, right? So in these 2 years, he's killed over 100 people in cause of justice. And, like, think of this perspective of, like, having found out that, like, being so scared in the city that you live in, only to find out that your child is the ultimate reason why you're afraid. That's really, really gotta really hurt the parents, and maybe even have them become their own characters, whatnot. There's a potential for that. But yeah, he's killed so this person has killed over 100 people in his first life. The reason why he stopped is because his parents found out, of course. And he wasn't able to become Bo, or become the Bo, or whatever. The vigilante. That's what Bo means. Like, so there's also this metaphor with the Bo and him being the ones that he sees himself as like the bow and the arrows being like the judgment that he casts down upon people, right? So, and he only does it to criminals. Not like it matters or anything, but the reason why he stopped being Bo was because of his sort of... He stopped because his parents found out. But when he lost his parents, like, we go back to that insanity, that 1 year. But that 1 year was devastating. It was where most of his kills came from, actually. Well, that's adding on to the original 100 deaths that he already caused within the 2 years. Add in another year, that's at least 50 people gone. But probably more, since he's a lot more brutal with his methods. One of the more famous ones being him scooping out the eyes of his enemies. He rips out hearts and chops off heads. That's just to name a few. He can get very creative, and with his new ghostly form, he has new abilities to play with. Phasing, flight, unkillability, invisibility, just regular ghost stuff. And then, just to add on to it, he gets a ghost bow and sword. Because why not? So, when I said this guy is brutal, I really mean this guy's brutal. So, I could see this story be about... I don't want to do a story about redemption, but I also don't want to make an evil character. I guess it's gonna be a story about a ghost that feels human, right? Hear me out, because it's not because of the deaths or the violence that defines his character or anything. It's more of a reason why he came back and why he is brought back and how he deals with this and how, like, what drove him into justice, right? Because justice is what ultimately got killed. Justice is what is the ultimate killer here. Justice is the ultimate killer here, and we gotta figure out how to, like, we can't avoid justice. Justice is eternal, right? So, how do you deal with something that's, like, how are representatives of justice supposed to overcome justice? He, with his delusion of justice, how is he himself supposed to deal with justice as a whole when the battle never ends? I mean, he can't die anymore, but is that it? Is his life just killing or punishing, rather, people that aren't as good as what he would like them to be? While it doesn't that make him evil? Does he see himself as evil? Well, I'm thinking we can see all of this in, I'm gonna say like 3 books. We could do 3 books. One about like the starting of, like, we can see little glints of the past. Alright, we get J-Lad's sort of introduction to the world, to the characters around this sort of world. Then we get a prequel. Then we can get into like the nitty gritty, the vigilante. We're gonna definitely have fun with that. We're going to go into his loss and how he deals with that loss, and how he transforms into not justice, but he turns into deceitful. I would call him deceitful justice. I usually give characters these different names. Not names, but sort of describing factors. So for J-Lad, it would be deceitful justice. If we also have I'm trying to think of another example. Oh, perfect. We got Sake-Up slash J-Lab. It's a long story. But his sort of synonym, or like his factor, like I call it, is called what is he called? I'm trying to think of a. Okay, so all I know is that he represents the fear of something. Let me see. Fear of failure. Alright, so failing success. Successful failure. That's what you should call him within the story. Yeah. We're gonna call him successful failure. Anyways, that's J-Lad for you guys. Hope you had a fun time with him. Let's go on to the next one. Oh god. Alright, we got Leaf. So Leaf is in the same universe as J-Lad. The difference is where the difference is the characters itself, right? They're totally different genres of like story-wise, and one is more important than the other, but that's neither here or there. So I'm just searching for, like, I'm just looking for no. Okay. I cannot find that. Alright. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna go to Believe. Zagami. Oh god, she doesn't know anything. Okay, so basically she is the little sister of Z Zagami. Yeah, they're the little sister of Z Zagami, but they're also very mischievous, very um, I would like annoying, but yeah, it's just that they're just annoying. But anyways, they also try and bring justice and end crime or die trying. So we could also have this sort of debate on who is the real justice. We could have them in the prequel. Oh my god, I'm cooking here. Watch me cook. Alright, so we have Leaf and J Lad. We have the vigilante go up against Leaf, who is controlling Z Zagami, who is actually a hero, right? They're a hero using their technology from, like, from their own home, right? They're fighting from a safe distance. Leaf Zagami, on the other hand, is also fighting from the same distance, but a safe distance. But they're trying to get rid of what, like, both parties see themselves as this sort of justice, right? Leaf sees themselves as justice against the criminal that is J-Lad, and J-Lad sees himself the sort of justice against Leaf. Well, they're both are kind of wrong. And then Z Zagami will be in the middle of that. That could be the sequel. Or prequel. Or whatever. Wow. How did that just click for me? Wow, I'm definitely using that. But anyways, regardless, I'm totally see potential with their sort of eye to eye, like they have this sort of eye to eye sort of vision that's like they see eye to eye, but not how do I explain this? They don't exactly see eye to eye, they just see each other. No, they don't see eye to eye. They only see the eyes of darkness. Bars. But regardless, next character. I am cooking with this. Why does this guy have this guy has a literal, oh man, the best imposter? Justice, the best imposter. Alright, so I'm thinking this guy is from a totally different universe. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so this guy is with Zip and Ultimate Android and whatnot. So let's see what we can do. So, oh wait, let me do my research. Okay, alright. So what I got was absolutely nothing. Maybe I could look here. No. Oh gosh. Hang on. We got some lore. Hang on. Alright, we can listen to this. Hang on. Alright, so remember, you guys, I used to do like these sort of lore videos where I actually voice the characters that I draw, and then like it's sort of a skit sort of thing, but it's like can give us bigger insight on their character, how they act, what they are wearing, and whatnot, how they look. Little details like that can add up and sort of influence the trajectory of the story that they could be telling. It's just 40 seconds. So this is the famous imposter at its finest. How intriguing. You know of me? Before I turn my calm into a calamity, this is what I have for you. What is this? An invitation to the final part. The final countdown. The final battle. So this is the... So we gotta go back. So first line it says, so this is the famous imposter, intriguing. So that means this imposter could have been talked about before. Whether they're famous or notorious is beyond me, but let's... Famous imposter at its finest. How intriguing. You know of me? So he's surprised, right? So maybe that tells us the opposite, right? It tells us the opposite, that he is a sort of... He isn't known like by many people. Before I turn my calm into a calamity, this is what I have for you. An invitation. So this guy gives off the energy of a follower. Like he seems like he's not the guy that would lead people to anything, actually. He seems like the one to support, the one to fight, but not the one that leads, if that makes sense. What is this? An invitation to the final part. A final countdown. Yeah, alright. That was cringe. And this guy actually has two forms, so there and there. Yep. He can transform into anyone and gain everything a person has, meaning powers and skills and are able to be used if he transforms into specific people. Yes. But he's goofy, insane, funny, and weird. Alright, so off the bat, maybe that's what I meant. So remember in the video, I noticed that he was I said that he was known, then I said he wasn't. I'm thinking he's both. As if he's turned into people that have been famous and turned into people that are nobodies. And that he's kind of flip-flopping, and that he sort of slipped up within his speech. And as for the sort of slip up, we caught it in a video within 40 seconds. Within the 40 seconds, we were able to deduce that he has some sort of... I'm thinking he had some sort of failure, right? He failed to, like, he turned into someone famous, and then people found out about him, and his disguise was revealed, and he doesn't, and that fear of being found again really propels him to not, like, it really rejects him, right? Not rejects him, it infects him, rather. Again, another tale about fear. Anyways, let's go on to the next character. Final character, actually. Fire, darkness, battle. Alright, so this is probably going to be a quick one, because I usually don't talk about these sort of... they're just characters that they're barely even characters, to be honest. Yep, not even there. Alright. So, alright. He is a human that can do anything Batman can do, but he's not rich. He knows. Okay, so he knows. Sorry for that. Technical difficulties. He knows the animatronic secret. He knows how to make these sort of beings that have been roaming these countries, conquering these countries, and he knows the secret of making them. So imagine this sort of conflict he could have against Jackie Mo Purple. If he knows how to create them, then wouldn't that mean he knows how to destroy them? So Jackie Mo Purple has yet another threat within the mythos of this universe. Great. As for books or stories I could tell with this guy, I would like to do maybe a... So maybe by the falling of Jackie Mo Purple, or like the rise of Jackie Mo Purple. Somewhere there, I'm leaning more towards the rise of Jackie Mo Purple. He's gonna come up. He's gonna give Jackie Mo Purple a run for his money. He's gonna die to Jackie Mo Purple. To like really show like the reader the amount of power that is in Jackie's hands, that is at Jackie's discretion, and how much his wit has gotten him so far. That even people that know of how to stop his animatronics can't stop the animatronics. You can't stop the enemy even when you know the enemy. That's what's crazy. Like, even if you know about what Jackie Mo Purple has at his arsenal, everything about him, he still wins. And oh my, what? What? Oh, that's wild. Oh my God. You can do that? Since when? That's... Can I get rid of it? Can I get rid of that, please? I don't think I can get rid of it. It's just stuck there. I think it's just stuck there. How? Is that just a new feature? I'm sorry, you guys, but that is cool. But I don't want it there, so... Yeah, I'm about to fix this. I'll see you guys later. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're never missing another video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.